Hey there guys, Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys checking out all the videos. I wanted to change the scenery up here a little bit. Kind of give you guys a look at the store if you have never been in, which I'm sure some of you have not. So it's not just a dude that's wearing a shirt with a logo on it and in the middle of down in his basement or something. I do actually have a card store. I do. So I wanted to change the scene up and get something new and something interesting in the background. You know, get some cool product shots that I got. That guy in particular right there is kind of cool. Those guys. Anyways, I want to talk today, guys, about I've been seeing some talk online about how there's three major players in Pokemon. It's very unique as a card game to have three different types of people buying products for it. So you have the collectors, which is a majority of what Pokemon is. No other card game has that kind of interest from other people as far as collecting sets or maybe picking out their favorite Pokemon or, you know, that kind of thing. This is very unique in Pokemon sense is that it's the only game that has collectors more than players. If Pokemon had just had to rely on the player base, it'd be rough. It'd be gone a long time ago. So Pokemon is great in that it has that kind of thing. So you have your collectors. I already said you have your players. Players. There is a good portion of players. You know, there are children that play. There is also teens and adults that play. So it's not unusual to have adults playing in my store when I do have tournaments and stuff going on. And then you have a third player in the mix here, which is investors now, right? So when you look at a product that comes out, normally it's only people that are collecting and people that are playing that are interested in buying a new product. For example, this guy. This guy comes out on Monday, Friday if you do not have LGS near you. LGSs that have organized play can sell these on Monday, by the way, if you did not know. So that's what you're looking at normally. But now we have the third variable come in with the investing. Right now, there is very little stock on sealed product of any type. Even the past couple sets, we used to see there used to be a ton of Sword and Shield stuff sitting around everywhere. You could find Sword and Shield stuff, you know, Elite Trainer boxes, all that stuff. It was just around. It's a very heavily printed set. It is a base set. Whenever a new generation starts, it's called the base set for that generation. So it's a sword and shield base, and it's everywhere, or was. It's no longer the case. That is absolutely wiped out from everybody getting into the hobby past couple weeks. So Sword and Shield is gone. Rebel Clash is the next set. Sword and Shield 2. That is still plentiful. It's not a very desired set comparatively to their other ones. So we do have some of that product floating around still. But it is out of warehouse at Pokemon, which means that there's no more stock of it from their end. Sword and Shield is also that same way. There is no more stock at Pokemon sitting in their warehouses ready to go out. It's gone. Darkness Ablaze is gone as well. It's obviously a very popular set because it has the Charizard VMAX in it. So we do have that where we have to worry about collectors and stuff wanting more of that. And I'm sure Pokemon printed it pretty heavy. And they did. For a long time, we had good stock of it. That is no longer the case. It's gone. So, and then Vivid Voltage, already out of stock, out of inventory, pretty much from all distributors. They might have a little bit left over once they figure out allocations and get all the product to stores here going forward in a little bit this week, probably. Once we get through this week, we'll have a better idea what's left out there. It's not going to be a lot. I'm already requesting more and pretty much being told that no, there's no more to give. So this is very unusual for Standard. Standard being completely wiped out, several sets now. I am lucky to have the booster boxes that I do, but normally I have an entire row of Pokemon, you know, going, you know, the 2 years, all the stuff in Standard. I normally have all in stock all the time. I just can't. Over there's my Standard spot. It's empty. So then when the new set comes out, Vivid Voltage is going to go there until it's gone, and then it's going to be gone away. So it's very unique, a very weird scenario for stores that are trying to stock product, keep people interested in playing the game, and trying to cater to the first two demographics, which are my two major people. And then, unfortunately, the third, investors have a lot of money, and they don't care to drop it and spend money just on whatever they can get their hands on. The new stuff is in your Walmarts and your Targets and your LGSs, so they go after that stuff just because it's anything they can get their hands on. So whether they're going to open it or they're going to sit on it and hope that it appreciates, like Evolutions. I do have Evolutions, a couple of Evolutions right there. But other sets like that, they're hoping to mature. I don't blame them. Sword and Shield will do very well, obviously, because it's a base set. Base sets always mature pretty well, except Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon is like still in distribution. They must have printed that to oblivion, but you can still get that. But I'm sure once it does run out of printing, and then the people start worried about collecting through those sets, that's going to go away and run out of stock as well. So base sets are always good to get your hands on. Darkness Ablaze, obviously, with Charizard VMAX, super popular card, a good looking card, very cool art. It's going to be popular. It's going to be a set that goes up in price. Vivid Voltage, again, it's got those unique cards in it. I don't blame them for buying this and sitting on it. What I'll be paying, I don't know if it's going to be backwards for you guys, but it's $140 a box. This is before release. I have it on my website, cardinalgaming.com, for $140. I don't know if that is a good price to be in at, but that is the concern for stuff like this when you go and have to cater to collectors and players, people playing the card game, that you want the new stuff because that's the new hot stuff to play with, right? And that's the new stuff to collect. Prices are going to be really good on it. It's going to be widely available, so you can go into a card store, maybe fill out your binder if you have a binder that you're building, and fill in empty spots. You can go into a store and say, hey, I need number 28, number 76, and I'd be able to find the singles for you so you don't have to go and bust packs and packs and packs of it. With people either investing, collecting, just buying this, it is a very odd phenomenon. And I did other videos on Vivid Voltage. I'm not going to beat it up again. It's just a very odd situation to be in, especially where you have so few stuff in the past year of release for Pokemon. It's all wiped out. It's all gone. So it creates like a tug of war between people that want to collect, are sitting on it and to invest, and want to throw it up in their attics and their basements and sit on it, and players that just want the cards just to play with. You know, obviously, people that don't want to open the packs, don't care to open packs, they just want to play the game. And there's a good majority of people here, the people that I have in my store locally that I see weekly. They're just guys that want to play the game and, you know, maybe collect the cool cards and collect the shiny, pretty stuff, or open boxes, trade in the pretty stuff that they don't want and get the stuff they do need. There's a lot of that goes on in a local card store. It happens, and that's our regular course and regular business model. Right now, that's not the case. So we have this new stuff that's going to hit their cases. Otherwise, my cases are pretty well wiped out. I don't really have a lot of good standard stuff in there. I either have stuff that's from people opening product is just dirt cheap and nobody wants it, and there's stuff in the cases that is super expensive because people are going out and grading it. Grading gives you an idea that singles should be that much as well. And then you have, you know, the gold legendaries from Sword and Shield base. The Zamazenta V. Super cool card. It's beautiful. Definitely worth grading probably. But it then says, hey, this is a $300. I don't know what. I really don't know what they are. But people grading that sets the bar so high, people are buying up the singles to get to that point. It's the same thing I talked about in other videos where it's a gold rush scenario where you can buy stuff low, get it graded, sell it for more. Why wouldn't you? It's that kind of situation. So it's creates a really, really competitive is a good word for it, competitive secondary market. So that's the kind of things that players don't want to see. They want to be able to get their good stuff. They want to be, staples cards that they need for the decks. They want it to be, $1 play set, which is pretty common. Maybe there's some other stuff, maybe $1 or $2, and then they want, good playable cards to be $5, $6, $7. They don't really want anything more than 10, 15. Then you're getting to where you have to pay, $60 to have a play set of something in a deck, and that's just, that's a lot of money. And I understand that, that's when you play, you want to fork out a lot of money. Makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Collectors, good thing for them too. They don't want to have to come into a store and buy 6 things from a set that are $50 a piece. That's just crazy. It's just, it becomes less of a motivator to buy stuff when you have to fork out a lot of money to complete a set. And I understand that too. So there are people that say, I don't want to buy that right now. That's too expensive. I'll wait for it to go down. Well, right now, in this kind of market, stuff that's a year old is still going up in price. Very unusual, but turns a lot of collectors off. They don't like that, where they have to fork out more money for these cards. So it creates a really big issues for the first 2 groups when the investors come in. And it makes it hard for me as a store as well, because sure, I'm selling steel product for way above what it should be, right? But then I have people trading in singles, and I have singles that I had to sit on. And then what am I doing on that? Especially new stuff. New stuff is, as far as investing, unless they're very unique cards, like the promos from the Champion's Path, the Charizard, still super popular. Obviously, the big unique cards, the big chase cards out of the modern sets, like the Shiny V and the Rainbow V Max, obviously super good single card. But everything else in that set is garbage. Nobody wants it. So, unfortunately, that's just when people are busting the stuff to try to find the stuff, it just destroys the secondary market. And we're seeing that across the board in a lot of things, where the really high rarity stuff is going up in price, but everything else is going way low. So, I have beautiful cards that collectors should want, and players, if they want to upgrade their stuff in their deck and have some pretty stuff in their decks, they should be buying the stuff, and they're not, because it's so expensive. It's so overpriced. It's just silly. So that's the kind of way that the market is right now. Where you have these 3 kind of people that are super, super active and trying to, get whatever they can out of the market. And it makes it very difficult. It makes it very awkward for me as a store to be selling sealed product and shipping it when my local guys don't want to buy it because of the prices of it, which I totally understand. I wouldn't buy it either. There's a lot of products out there that I would not buy if I was a player or even a collector at the current market prices. I don't blame anybody for that. I completely understand. But unfortunately, there's other buyers out there across this country that will buy whatever you want. I recently got in just a small handful of Champion's Path Elite Turner boxes. $80 again. I put them on my shelves behind me. They lasted a day before people went online and bought me out on my website. I maybe sold 1 locally. It's just the way the market is right now. And it puts me in an awkward position for my guys that are in here every week buying from me. And they can't buy sealed product. They can't get these booster boxes for, $110 that they're used to paying. They got to pay these overinflated prices because the availability is just not there. The demand is too high. That's the way the market is at currently. So again, all these situations compounding where there's no supply, the demand is silly. The people that are typically in the hobby are being put off and not wanting to do anything with it. And stores like me, just kind of stuck in the middle. We just, sure, we're selling sealed stuff, but our single and buying on singles is just, you can't be even aggressive on it because you can't trust the prices. Because if somebody could just flip a switch and all these things go back to normal prices, and things that I'm paying, when I'm paying $30 on a $50 card, and that $50 card all of a sudden plummets I don't want to have to be in it for the amount that I'm in it. So that's the dilemma that card stores are in. And I would say if you have a card store that is not like me, that is not selling online, you're probably okay to go and buy product from them, because they're going to have these booster boxes for 110, probably 120, and they're going to be a little higher than what you're used to, but you're going to be able to go in there and buy them. Or they might even be doing a limited of 1 or something like that. Definitely, if you have a local game store, they need your money and your help. If you're going to buy the product, buy it from a local game store, because most of the time it's going to be cheaper than you going out to Walmart and Target anyways. Other than the specialty sets, I know, I understand. Just keep in mind, if you want Vivid Voltage, there's stores around this country that are struggling and need help. And if you buy from them, it really helps them out. So just keep that in mind. Something that, I hope I kind of illustrated what kind of situation card stores are in. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. We're looking at Vivid Voltage very closely and seeing what it's doing, because, like I said, Pokemon is in a very unique state right now, and it's just something that shouldn't be happening. And it's interesting and exciting, but it's also kind of alarming to see just how crazy the demand is. But yeah, guys, I will make some other videos here. Hopefully I'll keep my cool location. I don't know, hopefully you like it better than my storage warehouse in the back. But thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Always remember to click like and subscribe. It costs you nothing, helps me out a lot. So I appreciate it. Have a good day.